Yes.
Yes, yes, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I work for something. People think of it as paper, but it is actually cotton.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is.
Mm-hmm. Woven together.
It's cotton weighed, yes, laid in a certain way,
Mm-hmm.
which will accept watercolor.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I'm thinking about something, a landscape, you you got to have a feature or an idea, and the idea has got to lead you somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
So it it could be that you have, let's say, the difference between the land and the sea.
Mm-hmm.
Now that will give you something, because between the land and the sea, you've got rocks, or
Mm-hmm.
you've got sand,
Mm-hmm.
or you've got, and that will shape itself. And
Mm-hmm.
if it's shaping itself almost like a female,
Mm-hmm.
then you can play with that, you see.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Mm-hmm.
that's, you're playing with something which is the very opposite of the square you're working on. And
Yeah.
that's what you're trying to do, you see.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So these things, I mean, these are more traditional, and this is a typical watercolor technique. You see, and people have asked me how I do it, and what you do is you drop the paint on, you draw a line around these things like that, drop the paint on, and then almost you get the brush and squeeze the stuff out of the brush, um, and see where it goes, and then, because you don't touch that because that's the center of it, then
Mm-hmm.
you just fiddle about with it, you see.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see all these things are because of the paper. You can't get that indentation,
Mm-hmm.
and that's
Mm-hmm.
what's beautiful, you
Mm-hmm.
see. So I work a lot with the paper.
So you mentioned the center, and like a minute ago, I found it like almost you were spontaneously talking about the circle in the center.
Yes.
Can you speak to how you got there?
Can I speak to how I got there? What do you mean? No.
You were saying about the challenge of drawing the circle and finding the center.
Oh, I see. No, I think what I mean is you've got to. I think what I mean is that in anything like this landscape, you've got to have a point of focus.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to have, that's what you're looking at, and the rest of it can float away.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I use the simple device of, leaving that white and putting a so that there again, that's what it is. It's the just relationship. Anybody can think what the house might be like inside or whatever it is, etc., etc.
Mm-hmm.
But I just love, my subject really is, domestic situations in a landscape, and I always
Mm-hmm.
find it very, very fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
I could go on. I mean, I've got a lot more of these things.
Would you like to show us?
Oh, have you not? Oh, have you not seen a? I, I, I take them to the Hunter Centre. Come in. I take them to the Hunter Centre, and I got all the people there painting. See, this is just need flicking through them very quick. Those are on heavier paper, which I'm not that keen on. But then, and some, you see, what have we got here?
I don't. Yeah, many of us are not keen on the heavy paper.
Well, this is the sort of thing I do.
Oh wow! Wow!
So there's that, the climbing sort of stuff, you see,
Mm-hmm.
and then I very rarely do that, but there's a couple of people at the top there.
You very rarely
Put people on the top, but I
mm-hmm.
tried this time. And you see, this is
seems like a logical thing to do sometimes, isn't it?
Yes, and then there's just
You very rarely.
um, it's this sort of thing. What I like is you've got this very light blue floaty clouds, you know, the sort of thing that you get very regularly in England. Then you get clapped out old barns, and quite often they're made in corrugated iron, which goes this colour,
Mm-hmm.
and it seems to work. You see,
Mm-hmm.
so you've got that, and then you've got that, and then I've got a series on. Um, you see, this is what I want to do. I want to get all these um, sold if I can, using Etsy. But that's you know, it's all basically derived from local scenery around here.
Mm-hmm.
I just I don't go and sit there and paint that particular thing.
Mm.
Although
Yeah.
there are one or two in the front of the house, right in the front.
How would you describe what you do paint?
It's just landscapes,
Mm-hmm.
just nothing more than landscapes.
Mm-hmm.
Because I find them that, that you know infinitely exciting. Now the point, of course, is that they are changing all the time. Well, not so much in the day like this because it's very calm and very bright. But you can get it when the situation is a bit moody,
Mm-hmm.
or when you're getting rainbows, and when you're getting, you know, uh, what's quite exciting to do is along coming a storm.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got light from this backside, you see,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
lighting everything,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
then behind there's this worrying bluey black that's coming, you know, boom.
Yes, I know.
And so it's the ability to be able to put this on a sheet, you see.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, people say, well, I said, you know, my dad bought me a little box of paints when I was 7, and that was it. I loved it. I just absolutely loved it. Although he was a mechanical and electrical engineer,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why I went into architecture, because it's not dissimilar.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's a silly thing to say, really, but I mean, um, the fact that I could draw uh, was very good for me, because we had to do day sketches, what was known as day sketches.
Mm-hmm.
Pick a bit of an area, a bit of a wall with something behind it, and draw it.
Mm-hmm.
And most of my, you know, colleagues working with me were, you know, the same time as me. They just couldn't draw.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not something that everybody can do,
Mm.
and I just can do it naturally. Um,
Yeah, that's
what?
why it's so wonderful. There's all these different types of art and
Well,
expression.
yes. I mean, what
Mm.
I can't do, I have, I have done days. I have done, you know, what do you call it? Painting nudes. I have women and men. I used to go to life classes. I couldn't think of the word of it.
Mm-hmm.
Life classes, and it is particularly, it is a very interesting thing, because then you suddenly realise, you don't worry with the face so much, but
Mm-hmm.
it's the limbs,
Yes.
the length of the leg, the length of this compared with that,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and then every some of them, some of the girls that come on, ladies that come on, were very shapely. Some
Mm-hmm.
were quite large,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, so it's a challenge, and I enjoy, one of my favourite. I always think about this because it always makes me laugh when I talk about it. I packed up doing life drawing a while ago, but I think it was 2 or 3 years ago. one of my very favourite sitters came up the main drag in Petersfield. I still laugh about it like anything. 'Cause she said to me, she said, "Hello, David. You don't recognise me with my clothes on, do you, darling?" And everybody fell about laughing. She's a
What a
lovely,
moment.
lovely lady. Lovely, lovely lady.
Mm-hmm.
Great fun. Yes, because you know it is rewarding, and I did so much of it, and then I thought, well, yes, and I've still got some stuff somewhere around the place,
Mm-hmm.
which is life drawing, and
Mm-hmm.
uh, yes, yes, I did one of I did some of Pat. Um, no, I don't quite remember where they've got to. Um, and the other thing, of course, I do because I go to this. I don't know whether you've heard of it. It's in.
I'm recording your grandpa share his wisdom about life and life drawing. No, it's my choice.
Oh yes, would you like some?
No, not now. Not at this late hour. I'm okay. I'm fine. I'm fine. Thank you. Then.
Um,
Shall we become aware of time? Shall
oh
we?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Anyway, so but well, that's what I do, and of course the bigger stuff is in the studio.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So so
This is true.
yeah. So that's
Yeah. How exciting.
no, it is. Yes, you see, and all the stuff around here, everything around here is my stuff,
Mm.
and I've got a
Mm-hmm.
huge amount of all this stuff.
When we're creative,
Well,
and then everything around here
well, yes, you see,
is ours.
quad is very. I don't know whether it's still going now,
Mm-hmm.
but it was one of the first high fidelity.
Mm-hmm.
What's this? And I don't I don't put it on much now. I got a bit lazy. Well,
Mm-hmm.
because I say tell Alexa to put something on. You see,
Oh, well.
you just and Alexa will do it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yes, that's what I do, and so next time when you come, oh, when you coming to? Is it tomorrow? No.
Um,
You
I'll come at the right time.
yeah okay.
I reassure you, I'll come at the right
Yeah,
time.
okay. Because you can then have a look at the stuff in the studio, the bigger stuff.
Yes. Yeah.
And there again, all the stuff has come from the canvas, and all the rest of it has come from this um, Petersfield Arts and Crafts.
Mm-hmm.
And I recommend them to everybody
Mm-hmm.
because it's you know, if you want Christmas cards, if you want anything like that, anything to do with painting or drawing or whatever,
Mm.
they're really good. And
Thank you to
yeah,
Peter
yeah,
for creating the field.
yes, yes.
But I mean, there's always that question of who comes first, isn't
Oh
there?
yeah, yes. Yes.
Endless.
That goes back. That goes back in there.
Endless.
And but I did go through a period when I thought, no, this is no good.
Yeah, we all do.
I'm not, you know, I'm not happy with what I'm doing, not what I can do.
Mm-hmm.
And I think what I do then is I just sit back and say, no, come on, let's look at the other stuff you've done and what satisfies you about it.
Oh, thank you.
And then that's what you do.
Mm-hmm.
And then you think, right, okay, that's the road I'm going.
Yes, yeah. What a way to make choices.
Well, yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes.
Mm.
But when I start working on the big stuff, um, it is a different thing altogether.
Mm.
You see, because I'm working on board then or canvas,
Mm-hmm.
and it's anybody's guess. But when you come you know, when you come again tomorrow, is it? Or no? When you coming here again? Is it tomorrow or not?
We'll see. It's not tomorrow.
No, no.
We'll see.
Oh,
We'll
whenever
see.
you come. Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, whenever you come, I'll make sure you look in the studio and we can have a look.
Yes,
The other
wonderful.
stuff.
What an invite.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
Good. Are
Thank
we
you.
done?
Yeah. Do you want to say goodbye?
Yes. Well, yes. Yes. Cheerio. Oh, you're recording me, of course. You
Yes,
are.
I
Yes.
am.
Yes. Yeah. 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 No, that's fine. We've had a good day. I'm
For,
very, very pleased.
for posterity. Thank you for
Yes.
sharing your
No.
wisdom.
No, it's a pleasure.
Mm.
And
And it should be. It should be a pleasure.
I think it's yes, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing my new ablution situation.
Ah, yes. Me too.
Anyway,
Thank you.
are you on your way now, or can I do anything else for you, or whatever?
Yes. We'll move on now.